right, I'll show you both techniques that people came up with for this one. The most common technique, do first in blue. Again, you have to write limit h goes to 0 every single time. If you put an equal sign, the equal sign would be out in front. The equal sign does not go in between. So limit as h goes to 0. And most people took h minus 3 and FOILed that out or multiplied that out to get h squared minus 6h plus 9. And then you still have a minus 9 over h. And the nice thing is, so it's still equal, limit as h goes to 0. On the top, it just became h squared minus 6h over h. And now there is an h in common on the top that you could factor out. So these h's would cancel. And now we're no longer dividing by 0. Now when we plug in 0 for h, you don't have to write the limit anymore, and the answer is equal to negative 6. Yes? I put the brackets there just to show that I was multiplying that out, just so that we could see where that came from. The brackets at that point aren't necessary, but it just clarifies that I did that algebra and figured that out. Okay, this was method 1. Most people had this as the method. Method 2 I did in green. In method 2, you noticed that the top was a difference of squares. It's something squared minus something. So you can factor it as h minus 3 and h minus 3. One would be plus 3, one would be minus 3, all over h. Can you see the difference of squares now? And if you did it that way, well, this just becomes h times h minus 6 over h. A equals negative 6 as well. Kind of cool. Sometimes these little things appear in questions, and if you see them right away, they can make the question a lot easier. In this case, it's neither easier or more difficult, either one. They're both the same. But sometimes if you can see that factoring a difference of squares early, it can save you a lot of work in the question.